Coming up on a special winter celebration edition of Gunter's Universe, episode 38, I'm talking with Santa Claus. Woo! We'll be asking him lots of questions, gaining insight into his operation and also his opinions on VR. Stay tuned. And I don't think I can trigger my music because I can't use the keyboard, so VR chat, next frontier, we are here, it's awesome, so welcome everyone, Merry Christmas. This is Gunter's Universe, this is the one and only live talk show broadcasting from the metaverse, and you can join us here in VR chat every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific to watch the show live in VR. And you can also watch the live stream at hitbox.tv/Gunter444. So yeah, it's going to be a special edition. It's almost Christmas. It's been Happy Hanukkah and all kinds of great holiday stuff. So what we wanted to do is see if we could get Santa to come out. We hear Santa's dabbling in VR, and here he is. He's on the show. Santa, or a.k.a. Kris Kringle, or the Jolly St. Nick. How are you, sir?
Oh, well, I'm very well, Gunter. Thank you for having me on the show. I was happy to block out this time. It's not like I was busy or anything.
Right.
This time of year. Yes.
Yeah, I know you're really busy, and you have a limited time here with us tonight, so I really appreciate you coming on. Everybody's going to enjoy this. After the show, we're going to go to Christmas Land, Christmas Town, a room that Kirito brought us here in VR Chat to celebrate Christmas, and we're going to be able to sit on Santa's lap and ask him what we want for Christmas, as well as take a 360 photo, so that's pretty sweet. All right, Santa.
Oh, wonderful.
Let me ask you a few questions.
Well, certainly, Gunter. Anything for you.
Oh, thank you. Such a dream come true. And just, I love getting presents early, you know, get to open up something new. So I got Santa on my show. It's great.
Well, if you like getting things early, VR's not the right place to be.
I guess that's true, right? We were hoping to have an HTC Vive available for at least a pre-order, and nope, that's going to be coming a few months from now. So only people that look like they're getting any sorts of VR are developers that can get a new or get a CV1, an Oculus CV1. So that's pretty interesting. Have you received any special developer hardware? I'm sure your elves are all into this technology.
Oh, well, you know, we do have a here at the North Pole a VR lab, as you would expect, and we have we've been working on trying to obtain some VR hardware from some of the manufacturers, and I'll be honest with you, the only thing they've been able to promise us so far this year have been delays.
It's true, Santa. You speak the truth. Where is our VR? I guess it's going to be, you know, mostly next year. Do you expect to be delivering lots of VR presents next Christmas?
Well, you know, as most of our group, you know, when I say our group, you know, the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, you know, a few leprechauns, things like that. We've decided that it looks like the Easter Bunny. It's going to be putting some VR in people's baskets this year, which helps me. You know, I'm already kind of overdoing it on the sleigh this year with all these flaming hoverboards.
Yeah, I've seen those. And probably a few iWatches or whatever they're called on the list. All right. So tell me a little bit about, you know, is VR involved in your operation? Do your elves have a DK2? Is it helping? Are you planning on using VR in the operation? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, sure. Obviously, you know, VR is used in so many different verticals, so many different industries. You know, the manufacturing of toys is an obvious VR vertical, and so we've been using it. We've got a few elves that have been using it to design some pretty amazing things here. We've been using it to help plan out our route. We've got a virtual world that we use, and we plan out each of the houses, and well, at least we're trying to. It seems like every time we've got a good plan together, a runtime updates breaks it. So we've been working through the struggles.
Feel your pain, Santa. Totally. So that's great to hear that your elves are hard at work on VR. I can't wait to see how VR affects your operation in the years to come. It seems like the simulating what you have to do every year is a more efficient way, and hopefully will take a little bit of strain off you in the end, so you don't have to work as hard.
Absolutely.
So just some general, other questions too, like how do you know when somebody's been naughty or nice?
Well, back in the day, I had to rely on, being able to hear them. Everybody was living, in little villages, so we would just send out spies and, listen to them through the walls, which is somewhat creepy. And with the advent of, proper technology, we just, we just plant bugs. Uh, we teamed up with the U.S. government and the Privacy Act and all that stuff. Oh, it opened up so many doors for us. We just watch everybody through their webcams and their cell phone cameras and rely on airport security to let us know who's been naughty and nice. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy nowadays.
Just like watchdogs.
Oh, great, yes.
But it's okay because we don't mind Santa watching us at all times. We're completely fine with that.
That's right.
what about next year? It's Christmas and there's bad kids. Do you give bad kids cardboard?
Well, it's been thrown around the office here a little bit. We're thinking about just restricting any of them from being able to load any Android apps, and that'll restrict them to iPhone only VR experience. So, yeah, good luck there, naughty boys and girls. No VR for you.
So, some of us guys here in our industry, nerds and whatnot, we're still young at heart, and Palmer's a pretty young guy. Is he still eligible to be on the Santa's list for Christmas wishes and toys this year?
Well, I'll tell you what. If Palmer's looking for some gifts, he might not want to look to me, because I'll be honest with you. I've got a budget for each kid. And, if I was him, I'd probably be looking down at the office down the corner. Mr. Zuckerberg might be able to help him out there a little bit more than I can.
Gotcha, yes. Mr. Zuckerberg, Santa in his own right, I suppose. So you're really busy prepping for Christmas, but when it's not Christmas time, when it's summertime, what do you like to do?
I do like to do some traveling. I like to go incognito to VR events. Yeah, next time you're at a VR convention, maybe SVVR this year, or who knows, CES, be on the lookout for, the fat man with the beard.
Right on. Well, I hope to see you there. Any favorite games? We're all gamers here. The VR industry is built on video games. Is there a chance that Santa plays video games?
Well, since we've got our Vive development kit, I've been spending quite a bit of time slicing fruit with a ninja sword and putting some fantastic contraptions together, so I've been enjoying myself there.
Oh, that's great. Lucky Santa, you get to play with the toys ahead of time. It's really cool. And what about favorite, Christmas movies? I don't know, Tim Allen's The Christmas Claus or The Santa Claus?
Oh, no. Any Christmas movie that has Santa in it is it's just wrong. It's just overboard. It's just silly. If you want to know my favorite Santa's favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard.
I love
you
that.
can't have Christmas without Die Hard. and Gremlins. Don't forget Gremlins. Definitely number 2 on the list. Yes, Gremlins and Die Hard. Best Christmas movies ever.
I knew Santa was cool as shit, and this just proves it.
Well, yeah.
Are you excited about Star Wars? Have you seen The Force Awakens?
I have. Don't want to spoil it for the good boys and girls, so
Sure.
let's just say the force is strong with this one.
Right on. I'm actually watching Star Wars in IMAX on the 25th, so that's a gift for me and my wife this year.
Wonderful way to celebrate Christmas.
Absolutely. Have you heard of Krampus? You know Krampus?
Well, it's about time that guy got his comeuppance, I guess. Having always have to live in my shadow, figuratively and literally. Yeah, let him have his movie. Actually, if you look around, there's been other kind of B-rated, campy, crampy movies about Krampus. That's fine. It was good. It was good acting and good story. I recommend it. 2 thumbs up.
Excellent. Yes, I haven't actually got to check any of that out, but I've heard about the legend and was curious. Cool. And I gotta say, as a man with a growing beard, I definitely have to admire Santa's beard. It's probably biggest inspiration for me to grow mine out.
Well, it's one thing that I do right after Christmas is I do shave it down to either maybe
Really?
pork chops, maybe do the old school kind of poofy on the side sort of thing. But I always grow it back. The kids like to pull on the beard. It's kind of a rite of passage for them. So yeah, the beard stays most of the time.
Very nice. Some more Santa magic there, able to cut his beard off and grow it all back in 1 year. Very
That's
nice.
right.
All right, those are my questions. How about the audience? Does the audience have any questions that you've been dying to ask Santa? This would not be the questions of what you want for Christmas. We'll save those for around the Christmas tree and when we sit on Santa's lap here shortly.
Well, I don't have a question for myself, but I did receive a question here from this one comes from Little Sally in Michigan. Quote,
Aw.
"Hi Santa, I am 7 years old and I love Christmas. If Santa can be everywhere with VR, will he still come down the chimney? Should I put out cookies for Santa? I am worried he cannot eat in virtual reality." From Little Sally in Michigan.
Nice. Thanks for your Sally.
Well, thank you, little Sally. That's a wonderful question. With the metaverse, so very, very close, and Santa's spending so much time in VR. I say lay out the cookies in VR, and I will come and virtually gobble them up. I will still come down the Christmas tree, or come put presents under the Christmas tree, because you have to take some time away from VR sometimes, and so all you boys and girls, just make sure you spend some time with your family, not just all the time in VR.
That's right. It's good
All
advice.
right. Thank you, Santa.
Anybody else have a question for Kris Kringle, aka Santa Claus?
I have a question.
I think they're all very shy. Oh, Adam J, yes. Oh,
What was
Tom,
that?
your mic's pretty low there.
Oh, I was just wondering how long Mr. and Mrs. Claus have been together. Seems like it might be quite a while now.
Oh, it seems like a lot longer to me, son. Oh, what? Well, do you remember back in the day when people had pet rocks? Can you remember back that far? Are you that old?
Oh,
Take
I
that
remember
take
those.
that amount of time and multiply it by like 1,000.
God,
Pretty
I'm
old.
so sorry. I'm so sorry, Santa.
Well, that's okay. She still makes a mean hot toddy, if you know what I mean.
I think Adam J also had a question or a comment.
Yes, Santa, recently the community got a peek into your operation through the Ludum Dare game jam, and we got to see how you treat your elves, and I just want to ask, how do you sleep at night, and have you given reparations to the poor elves that suffered on your satellite system, and would you like to answer to this crime against elf humanity.
Oh no.
So, I knew this was going to come up. Per my lawyer's suggestion, I will not make a formal statement in regards to that. I imagine that the continuing litigation between my camp and those developers will rage on for quite a while. But I do want to say that all elves matter, and I personally stand by that.
Thank you, Santa.
Answering the hard questions, yeah. Santa has plenty of smarts when it comes to the legal system. I'm sure many people will try to take advantage of Santa in the past. And
well, it's just part of the job. That's correct. Thank you.
Dave Styles, did you have a question? Dave's not really with us, apparently. It's okay.
Hello? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Dave.
There we go. Ho ho!
What's your question?
I don't really have one.
Oh, I thought I saw you raise your hand.
No, sorry about that.
I have a question.
Actually, what can you foretell the future? If so, what are the lottery numbers for Saturday night?
Ho ho ho! I'm Santa, not Jesus.
Oh man.
That does bring up a good question, though. Has any kids ever asked for $1 million?
Oh, of course they do. They can ask for a lot of things. Doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Any other questions before we wrap things up and go get our pictures taken?
I have a question.
I have a question for Santa.
Go for it.
Well, Santa, a couple weeks ago I got to sit on your lap, and I was wondering if I could get a Vive and some motion tracking controllers for Christmas.
Well, that's a very reasonable question. Thanks for asking. What else do we have going on here?
K-Dog, did you have a question?
Yes, I do. Santa, do you use VR to train for your Christmas Eve sleigh ride?
Well, we do. We do some training. We've actually experimented quite a bit with scale because with the scale of all these different chimneys to go down, it's you have to be prepared. So yeah, I don't want to. I actually got my hands on a early prototype of the STEM controllers, and oh man. I used them to try to open up some of these chimneys, and my hair started to fall out. I think that some of the radio waves might be affecting me slightly. Yeah.
Because it didn't pass certification, so that means any early kits, it can cause cancer, I believe, is what you're saying.
Well, the nice thing was, though, it made a really nice, mean bowl of popcorn.
Good old STEM. Any more questions or comments? Claus, how are you doing? Got a question for Santa Claus?
Yeah, how much did you have to eat this year?
Oh, well, I recently discovered that there's an old country buffet just south of the North Pole, and I get a senior's discount, and boy, I've been hitting that thing pretty hard.
Sounds delicious. Good old-fashioned cooking.
Oh yeah.
Any other questions?
I have one.
Yeah, Brute.
If a house doesn't have a chimney, how do you get in it?
That's a classic question.
Well, we've got some very proprietary undercover, what we would call, technology that allows us. I'm not going to lie. We've got like a whole group of elves that are just really good at picking locks. So, it's not as high tech as everybody thinks.
They've been around for a while. They use the old methods.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing too is the whole being all in one place at one time. It's I outsource a lot of this, so just so you know, it's it's a pretty broad production nowadays, and a lot of it's outsourced. So if you happen to come down on Christmas Eve and see a 12-year-old Filipino boy under your Christmas tree, don't get spooked. He's working for me.
The Santa Claus.
Wait, that's why you'll
much
also
easier during
see,
the caveman days.
You got that right.
Sorry, Claus. I just wanted to mention, like, if any children find that their toys say made in China, it's because that's where you've outsourced that operation, right?
Well, all the best stuff's being made in China, right? Back to the Future reference.
All the stuff I seem to want is. Any other questions? All right.
Yes, I got a question.
Yeah.
So since we have Santa Claus here, we can ask him anything we want.
Right.
So do you like deliver presents to other planets, other galaxies too, or just Earth?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Well, that's just silly.
Or do the other planets have their own Santa Claus?
Ever since man was created 65,000 years ago, along with the dinosaurs, like I'm getting into that. No, I'm not getting into that.
Aliens.
I have a question.
Yeah. Cuffs.
What's your plan in future robotics, such as AI technology?
Well, originally we had a whole plan to, use robots for the whole production. Then I saw Futurama and saw the potential for Santa in the future and decided no robots in the future for the Christmas Santa thing. Just no robots.
I had a super strong feeling that Futurama would be mentioned in it.
Well, there you go.
Santa's super cool. All right, this is great. But let's wrap things up so we can have plenty of time to take our pictures, and then Santa's got to rush off to Pilates.
That's right, hot Pilates.
What happened?
All right, well. Sorry. What? Somebody say what happened?
What happened?
I'm also, what happened? I'm looking up your social media accounts. I want to give you proper plug, Santa. You are at official Santa on Twitter. Is that correct?
That's right.
And the Santa Claus on Facebook. So hit Santa up. He's with it. He's a whole brand that is actively engaging with their audience on social media. Take this time once a year to say hello and thank you to Santa.
Yes, and if you do say something to me, make sure you mention VR. Thank you very much, Gunter, for having me on the show. It's been wonderful. And all of you boys and girls out there in the metaverse, be good, because I'm watching. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So one last question.
Okay.
Are you ready to visit Christmas Town?
I'm so excited for it, yes.
All right, so 1 second. I'm going to close up the show. That will edit to be the end of the show here, but we're going to be rolling the cameras into the night here as we continue on with our winter celebration here in VR chat. So, Pill, if you get a portal lined up, I'm going to finish and close things out. Just a few announcements. We're always hanging here on Sunday for our weekly meetup. I'd love to hang out with you guys on Sunday to hear about your holidays and how everything went and what kind of cool stuff you got. And as always, check out guntersuniverse.com. It's a great place to follow me on all social media and sign up for the newsletter. And always ask if you guys could support VR Chat and the show here by going to our Reddit post and commenting there what you think of things. And that's it. Thanks to the Gunters Universe team, to all the Patreons backing me, and to everyone here, and Santa, thanks again so much. This is great. We can't wait to go get a photo with you.
Let's do it!
All right. Let's head on there, and for everybody watching, we'll see you next week.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas. We don't have any music today because my keyboard don't work.
Need to improvise. Totally don't remember how the song goes.
Gunter for Christmas.
Okay.
I can't even dance.
Everybody, this way to Christmas.
A piece of fruit.
Oh, look
Welcome
at that.
to the
There's
show.
fucking Santa Claus in our reindeer.
Wait, who?
Christmas.
Look at that.
Just in time to sit on Santa's
Christmas
lap.
is this way.
I can't wait.
This way to Christmas.